Why did Parashurama curse Karna that all his knowledge would abandon him at the most crucial moment? Why did Parashurama have to declare war against his beloved disciple Bhishma? Why did he have to annihilate the Kshatriyas 21 times? Why did the annihilation not stop at just one attempt? After the terrifying destruction of the Kshatriyas, to which great sage did Parashurama donate all the land he had conquered? After making the donation, where did he go? Let us find answers to all these questions in this video. Having witnessed his father's death and his mother's grief, Parashurama made a terrifying vow at that very moment. He swore that he would completely destroy these wicked Kshatriya dynasties who were increasing unrighteousness on earth, oppressing the weak and insulting the Brahmins, not just once but 21 times. From that day onwards, he transformed into an embodiment of wrath like Yama, the god of death and justice. Parashurama's vow did not arise merely out of anger. It was a decision taken for the establishment of righteousness at a time when the Kshatriya code had declined in the world and had become a symbol of arrogance and injustice. Parashurama took up his divine axe and prepared himself for a fearsome battle. He had received this mighty axe as a boon from Lord Shiva. There was no one who could withstand his power. To uphold his vow, he sought out and destroyed the unjust kings and Kshatriya dynasties on earth 21 times. The Puranas say that 5 lakes were formed from the blood of the Kshatriyas slain by him. These are called the Samantaka Panchaka. The purpose of this great destruction was not to completely annihilate the Kshatriyas. It was to remove from the earth those evil forces who had abandoned the Kshatriya dharma and lived only for pleasures and arrogance. After every destruction, if the remaining Kshatriyas behaved unjustly again, he would return and punish them. Vyas Maharshi described in the Srimad Bhagavatam how Parashurama's battles would be. The moments when Parashurama stood before Kartavirya Arjuna, who behaved inhumanely with arrogance, were the very first moments of destruction. On one side stood Parashurama wielding the axe he received as a boon from Shiva through immense penance, his eyes blazing with the fire of anger. On the other side was the Kshatriya arrogance of Kartavirya Arjuna, intoxicated by the boons of Dattatreya and the strength of 1,000 arms. Kartavirya Arjuna spread out his 1,000 arms and unleashed thousands of weapons, spears and arrows at Parashurama all at once. Such was the onslaught of those weapons that the sky was covered and the sunlight dimmed. But Parashurama was not shaken in the least. He spun his divine axe in the sky like a whirlwind, and it scattered all of Kartavirya Arjuna's weapons like cotton fluff. After that, Parashurama jumped straight into the battle. His movements were swifter than a fierce wind. When sage Vyasa described the way he wielded the axe, it sounded extremely terrifying. The axe tore through the enemy's armor, shields, and even bones without any distinction. Kartavirya Arjuna's arrogance in raising his 1,000 arms, each holding a weapon above his head, was immense, but the sight of Parashurama's axe severing those arms one by one was even more terrifying. After those 1,000 arms were chopped off, Parashurama, seeing Kartavirya Arjuna left powerless, unleashed his axe with fury and severed his head from his torso, punishing him as the only king who had strayed from dharma. Even then, that fire did not cool down. Later, when the sons of Kartavirya Arjuna, who had brutally killed sage Jamadagni, came seeking revenge, Parashurama's anger grew even more intense. In front of that fierce form, having lost his father, those sons appeared just like ice melting away before a blazing light. When Parashurama's chariot moved onto the battlefield, the earth itself trembled. The war he waged was not just about strength. It was a cataclysm born out of filial devotion and vengeance combined. He single-handedly scattered many kings and their armies with his axe. Blood flowed like rivers, soaking the earth. It was a blood sacrifice. He offered every one of those arrogant sons as a sacrifice to dharma. After this sacrifice, he donated all the land he had conquered with his sword, along with all his wealth, to sage Kashyapa. Declaring that his rights over the earth had ended, he created a new place for his residence as per the instructions of sage Kashyapa. After making the donation, Parashurama withdrew from the human world and went to the Mahendragiri mountain in the south to perform penance. The Bhagavatam says that he is one of the 7 immortals and is still present even today. Another important episode mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam is that after Lord Sri Rama broke the Shiva Dhanush in the Ramayana, Parashurama arrived there. Angry at the breaking of the Shiva Dhanush, Parashurama handed over the Vishnu Dhanush to Rama, who was present there, and asked him to string it as a test. When Rama effortlessly strung the Vishnu Dhanush, Parashurama realized that Rama himself was another incarnation of Lord Mahavishnu. Letting go of his pride, Parashurama bowed to Rama and returned to his penance. After the annihilation of the Kshatriyas, Parashurama dedicated his life entirely to penance, imparting knowledge and upholding dharma. He set aside his weapons and began teaching only those disciples who were truly deserving. Among those who studied under Parashurama, the greatest warrior was Bhishmacharya. Bhishma was valiant right from his childhood. Although he learnt the Vedas from sage Vashishta and various divine weapons from other deities, it was under Parashurama that he received complete training in the art of weaponry, especially in the use of celestial weapons. The bond between Bhishma and Parashurama as guru and disciple was truly sacred. Bhishma acquired mastery in the science of weaponry and valor equal to that of Parashurama. When Bhishma brought the daughters of the king of Kashi, Amba, Ambika and Ambalika, from their Swayamvara, Amba expressed her love for King Salva. When Bhishma sent her to King Salva, Salva rejected her. Defeated and humiliated, Amba decided to take revenge on Bhishma, whom she held responsible for her plight. Finally, Amba sought refuge with Parashurama and told him about the injustice done to her by Bhishma. Although Bhishma was his disciple, Parashurama could not tolerate the injustice done to Amba and ordered Bhishma either to do justice or to fight with him. Though Bhishma was reluctant to fight his own guru, he agreed to the battle to uphold the Kshatriya dharma. Both guru and disciple, with equal valor, fought fiercely with all their might for 23 days. Their prowess and battle shook both the earth and the sky. In the end, due to the intervention of the gods, the battle concluded without victory for either side. The most tragic incident in Parashurama's life was cursing Karna. Though Karna was the son of a charioteer, he wished to become a warrior greater than Arjuna. Knowing that the great warrior Parashurama would teach the art of weaponry only to Brahmins, Karna hid his Kshatriya lineage and, telling a lie that he was a poor Brahmin student, became a disciple of Parashurama. Parashurama taught Karna the knowledge and secrets of the most powerful divine weapons, including the Brahmastra. One day, Guru Parashurama, feeling tired, rested his head on Karna's thigh and fell asleep. At that time, a fearsome insect came and bit Karna deeply on his thigh, causing blood to start flowing. Karna endured that terrible pain as well, so that his guru's sleep would not be disturbed. After waking up, Parashurama noticed the blood and the pain, having witnessed his disciples' extraordinary endurance. He became angry, saying that such patience and ability to endure pain is possible only for a Kshatriya Maharathi. Immediately he said, "Hey, tell the truth, you are not a Brahmin. You're a Kshatriya or belong to some other lineage. You lied and learnt knowledge from me," he asked angrily. Parashurama, deeply disappointed with Karna for telling the truth, cursed him. "Because you learnt all this knowledge from me by lying, at the moment when you need it the most, when your life is in danger, all the knowledge of these divine weapons will abandon you. You will not be able to recall the use of the Brahmastra." It is because of this curse that Karna's powerful weapons, especially the Brahmastra, did not work at the crucial moment during the Mahabharata war. Even so, out of compassion for Karna, Parashurama gifted him a victorious bow and blessed him that his valor would never diminish. After completing the annihilation of the Kshatriyas and donating the earth, Parashurama dedicated his life to steadfast yogic meditation and penance. The Puranas say that he is performing penance on the Mahendragiri mountains. After donating the earth to sage Kashyapa, Parashurama needed a new place to reside. At that time, he went to the western seashore and threw his divine axe. Wherever his axe landed, the sea receded and that area became new land. This new land became famous as present-day Kerala and a part of the Konkan region. This area is called Parashurama Shrishti or Parashurama Kshetra. It is believed that after creating this land, he established 6 main temples there. The Parashurama Avatar is described as one of the fierce forms of Lord Mahavishnu. According to the Puranas, it is said that at the end of Kali Yuga, Parashurama himself will be the guru of the Kalki avatar of Mahavishnu and will train him in the art of warfare. Through this, it is mentioned in the Bhavishya Purana that Parashurama's immortal principle and the legacy of knowledge will continue. This is the story of Parashurama. Do leave a comment on how you found this video. Also, let us know in the comments what kind of videos you would like to watch.